start taking our seats, please. So people in the back, come. There's some empty seats up here. Come up front. And we can get started in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
We went and then we ended up getting pumpkin and I went home crying. But he's not, this is makeup and so like, I know, I'm trying to tell him. He's like, yeah, I don't care. He's trying to tell me he's gonna care. And I was like, oh my god, so I was like crying.
Hello.
He's like, why do you care? And I was like, I didn't have to go. He's like, my favorite pumpkin, he died and all I have is like, but then I'm all crying. It's just like, he's stopping up. I'm such a crack right now for her. He's like, I'm like, opened up really for like 2.5 hours and he's like, I don't know, like, give you a pumpkin. Like, pumpkin these are his cards and he gives me a pumpkin and I hope I'm crying. Sorry. Like support, you know, like, but he won't take any of my suggestions. He won't burn it. He's like, I want to use my mulch. And I was like, oh my god, where are you going to use it? Like, you know, like, yeah, so I went through this whole, like, I'm so hot. Yeah, you're doing that.
Let's give a round of applause for Paul Tokioka, the Hōkulu Hana Award winner. Mahalo for your talent. Mahalo. Okay, so again, if you can come closer. I have more open seats here. Council members, can you take your seat? Council Chair, thank you so much. Bernard, wherever you want. See, good for you. We kept them warm just for you guys. You're welcome. Aloha. Okay, let's do better than it for Hālau. Aloha. Hello, Evelina, my kako. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Kaleo Carvalho, and if you don't know who I am, it's the next person next to you. They should know. Okay, thank you again for joining us this afternoon at the Moikea to honor Kauai's own Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana or Leināʻala and Kumu Leināʻala Pavao Jaedyn for an amazing job at Miramar. How's about that? Okay, one day I'll go, nobody invited me, but one day hopefully I can go Miramar. Okay, but before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge our dignitaries who are here to join us this afternoon. First, Mayor Derek S.K. Kawakami. Also, Government Chair Leināʻala Puso, Council Member Bernard Cavallo Jr., Council Member Felicia Cowley, Council Member Fern Wallet, also the Government Liaison Dana Hazelton, also Prosecuting Attorney Rebecca Nike says the job. Again, thank you so much for being here. And now back to the celebration at hand, I would like to invite Mayor Derek S.K. Kawakami to come to your remarks. Yes? You ready? Okay. How's about a warm welcome for Mayor Derek S.K. Kawakami?
Oh, Dana, you color coordinate with the Hālau or you got some? Everybody, the governor's liaison. Dana, first I think I'd be remiss if I didn't thank all the people that took the time out of a beautiful Friday to be here and honor what I would consider Kauai's very own. And I say this because and Mayor Carvalho knows, and Council Chair knows, and in fact every elected official knows that when our little island, which is the smallest of all the counties, gets to a level of achievement, it is such a huge deal. And when we walk into a room full of strangers with people from all over the state of Hawaii, We bring your accomplishments with us everywhere we go, and the way that we conduct ourselves with that amount of pressure to represent you folks well, I think it has all been a part of making each and every one of us a better person. So can we give a huge round of applause for Kumu? You know, a community as Bernard, because you don't want with the Hawaii 5-0, right? Give me 15 push-ups now. Just don't. Oh, soup. Okay, we'll be waiting. Yeah. And make up Bernard size soup, yeah, because plenty of guys are gonna feed. But anyway, this is how we do it. We do it from the heart. And an island like Kauai is lucky if once in a generation, think about that, if once in a generation, a person or a group of people accomplish an achievement that rises to the world stage, and not only doing it once, but really creating a legacy and almost an expectation that whenever Kauai shows up, greatness is not too far away. And you know, Kumu, when we talk about leadership and what the definition is, it has nothing to do with the title. It has nothing to do where you come from. It has really nothing to do except for the fact as what kind of impact you make on your community, the people that are closest to you, and how that is going to resonate through generations. And I can attest to this because the impact that you've made for our little daughter, Haley, and the way that she holds herself from that relatively short time that she's been with you has been profound. And when I told Monica this morning that we were going to honor you and she wanted to be here, she said, you know, there's very few people that have made such a huge impact in our girl's life. We're going to owe this lady for life. And that's truly how we feel. Kumu, for everything that you represent, for the way that the Hālau conducts themselves in and out of the Hālau, on and off of the stage, it truly embodies the spirit of Kauai. And for that, we want to say thank you. Now, I have a proclamation, but it's so boring. And then we have council members that are going to come up that are probably going to talk about some of what's written here. But I just wanted to give you from the heart and make this official. And usually it's just the last paragraph. But I want you to come up here so I can give it to you. And of course, Jaedyn, you might as well come up here too, because in a few short seconds, I'm going to be calling you from come up. Now therefore, I, Derek S.K. Kawakami, Mayor County of Kauai, do hereby extend heartfelt congratulations to Kumu Hula, Leināʻala Pavao Jaedyn, and the Haumana of Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana o Leināʻala for their outstanding achievements at the 2025 Merry Monarch Festival, and we express our sincere gratitude for their enduring commitment to preserving and celebrating the cultural legacy of Kauai and Hawaii. Congratulations. And I wore this leihulu because at my very first Merry Monarch, they called me back to the dressing room and presented this leihulu, and I keep this very close to me, and I only wear it on special occasions. And I would think that this is a special occasion. Although I do have PTSD from making a leihulu and you unraveling it, because it was just a little... I was doing them in my office. You can ask the office that. And secondly, you know, this young woman here, I have been able to see her when she was younger, shorter, but on her path to what she just achieved recently. And I told her earlier that, you know, from a young age, there's something about your smile that radiates something. We might call it mana, we might call it something else, but it's something special. And that smile radiates something that's in her, which truly embodies the Aloha spirit. It truly embodies compassion and empathy. And this is a young woman that some little girl is going to look up at, and she's going to be able to tell herself, I can do this too. And you may not realize it now, but someday you will. Someday you will see some young girl following in your footsteps. And you have a huge part of that. Because a lot of our young girls think, you know, we're Kauai, what can we do? Well, I gotta tell you, everybody just take a look at what Jaedyn has accomplished. Let's give her a huge round of applause. He wasn't planning on it. If I asked him, he would do it. It's a good thing about being the married couple. But anyway, Jaedyn has accomplished what many people would consider the MVP of the World Series, or the MVP of the Super Bowl, of the Wimbledon, of the Masters if you're a golfer. If you're surfing, it's the Triple Crown. But in Hawaii, as part of our culture, the biggest accomplishment that an individual dancer can make, and they will always say that it was the entire Hālau, but I can only imagine the pressure you must feel when you are up on that stage alone, taking all of the life lessons that you've had, all of the support that your sisters and brothers have given you, and the type of pressure that you're under to make sure that you represent the Hālau, but our entire island as well. We were on Maui the day that she won, and immediately, so many people who may have recognized me, but I had no idea who it was, came up to congratulate us. And I told Jaedyn, the way that they were congratulating Monica and I felt like she was our kid. And that's truly something special. And I think for all of us here and on this island, when you win, you uplift our entire community. And like what I said, some little girl is going to look at you and just believe that they can do it. I think I mirror the statement when I say, the people of Kauai look at you and remind ourselves that we are something great, that we have something to be proud of, and it doesn't matter how big or small we are. When we walk in, we come to win and we come to represent. We come to represent our ancestors that came before us. We represent our family, our Hālau, and we represent all of the future generations that may not even be here with us, but they will be one day. And for that, we are extremely grateful, and we are thankful. And thank you for taking all of us with you on the way to victory. So with that being said, now therefore, you already got a couple days already, named after you. There was a controversy, like, we give her one day, we gotta give the Kuma one day too, like, how are we gonna do this? Now therefore, I, Derek S.K. Kaukami, Mayor County of Kauai, do hereby proclaim May 2nd, 2025 as Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao. And we urge all residents to join in celebrating her outstanding accomplishments and contributions to the cultural fabric of our island. Congratulations. Turn it over. Can I say this part? Okay, that's your part. And now I'd like to turn this over to Kumu for a few words.
Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana. of Hālau, and along the way we started in a little extension that my mom and dad built for me in Kalaheo. And I remember that day when we had open registration. I was in the house and I put a little ad in the newspaper, small open hula registration, and I remember yelling out from the house, "Mom, is anyone here?" And she's like, "Just hurry up and get outside." And I said, "Mom, is anyone in their keiki to learn the hula?" And I was honored. I was scared. I was a young, one of the youngest kumu hula at the time in Hawaii. My kumu Refonseca, I came home. And I graduated from college, came home, and was set to go continue my education on Oahu, but my mom fell ill, and the plans changed, and I stayed home, and it was written by Keakua. My plan, his plan for me was set, and that was to begin sharing my love for hula here on Kauai, on my home island. And so again, as I look around, I see all the many, many faces that have truly loved me and embraced my Lei Mokihana. On my face, I want you all to know how blessed I am to be a kumu hula, how blessed I am to be an auntie, a friend to my students and our keiki live in a world that is a bit different from it was when I was young. And so I love dream big. I always tell my homana that, dream big. The problem is they dream big and they go far away to school, which is okay as long as they come back. But now they can, her little baby hula sister. It was a dynamic year, and I say dynamic because I took a smaller group of women this year because we took our men to the Mayoral. A great time. But just watching them with so much pride, and I promise you all that the future is bright for the men of Kauai at the Mayoral Festival. Bright for the men of Kauai at the Mayoral Festival. Sitting here today are truly some of the finest. My haumana are amazing, amazing. They're teachers, they're students, they're just wonderful, well-rounded. But the most important thing is they've got beautiful hearts, and they take care of me. It's been a very challenging last few months for myself, my family, and our halau, and we're just so grateful to God for the healing that He has bestowed upon me, and the hope that I want to help others, and the hope that I can give others to strive for good health, and just live. Every day is a gift. So today, you can imagine how much this means to me. To stand here, I look at life a little different than I did about a year ago. And so I am so, so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to my haumana. I love you all so much. And may we never, ever, ever forget moments like this. May we never take, no matter how many times, how many victories are ahead of us, or how many moments that we're not first, we're always first. With Gina Parangao, who is also unique as a kumuhula, I will be really taking the reins and training this group this year. So much of what you saw at Merrimack and what you experienced and what you felt really came from these Mayoral, these two women, and I mean truly everybody stepped up to the plate. So it's so hard to just acknowledge one or two. I mean, so many of Mayoral could not be here today. But again, I'm so grateful, Mayor. Thank you so very much for this. And I have an idea, Mayor. I say that I start training you and the two of you. I don't know your age. 55 is age limit. But I think we would have a really good shot with you guys on that stage. But to Kauai, and let us never ever forget our ohana ni'ihau. Mahalo nui. Mahalo nui for loving us and for loving my sweet Lei Mokihana. Ke aloha nui.
Sure, come to the mic and just yell.
Let me just say, many of you know this, but some of us have the opportunity to dance on the Hālau stage at the Grand Hyatt. How many of you remember that? And I can assure you, that will never happen again. I still get PTSD from that night, but Kumu, if you was to ask, we wouldn't say no. I will be sure we have our council certificates. Kipukai Kuli, who's a member of the Hālau, is not here. He's out of state, and we like to consider us a family at the county council. So you know what ohana means, right? No one gets left behind. So we're going to wait for him to come back and get all 7 members, and then we'll present our certificates. I just want to say, contrary to popular belief, I am a softie. I do cry. That's why I got to keep this really short. This Kumu, one word, inspirational. She has inspired so many, and as I watch them, you guys are amazing, and Kumu and Jaedyn are such prime examples of what your Hālau stands for, the respect and the discipline, and just what stands out to me the most is the lack of, or the pride in saying that you dance for one, the Almighty Kaua, and that just says a lot. So thank you guys, congratulations.
Okay, let me open the mic up to Dana. You have anything to say from the governor's office? Guys, better for Dana from
There's not many humans that I think are extraordinary, and they're here for a spiritual mission. And I believe that you are. And I want to say thank you for being with us and guiding us and inspiring us. Because true leaders follow Kaua. So thank you.
Surprise. So it is a Kivo. So if we first get ready again, how's about a round of applause for Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana. And just to let the Hawana know, we have certificates for all of you also. So we have it here, we'll hand it out at the end. So that being said, we'll have you set up.
I think if we ask loud enough, she may do it, but who wants to see Miss Aloha Hula do a dance up here? Jaedyn, pretty please with ice cream.
So if anybody wants to sign up for lessons, see Kumu. Leināʻala always taking pictures with Jaina. Oh, Jaina's new school. I'll be there. Don't choke, Jaina. Again, Miss Aloha Hula, Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao.
Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana.
25, Grandma Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao. Mahalo, mahalo. Mayor, any closing words? Please.
Once again, congratulations to everybody that took time to be here to honor our Hālau and our Miss Aloha Hula. It's a great reminder that they represent us and we are obligated to represent them as well. In everything that we do, choose love, choose kindness. Remember this feeling that we have and let's carry on and be the Kauai that we can be. God bless and aloha.
With that, mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. We power.